And they're off. Breaking quickly, the gray, Dawn Royal, up front, they go for the early lead. And there goes Rockin' Ben. Now Rockin' Ben under the finish line for the first time, sprints away from the field. Down Royal next. On the inside is Promethean in the substitute silks, alongside of Full of Joy. Down on the rail, Red Hammer next. Then a break of two on the outside, Wildlife Artist, followed by Magic Money. And then a break back to Chana. Alajmal racing ninth at this point as they head towards the backstretch. Continuing their run down the backstretch. A little less than half mile to the finish line now. And it was Rockin' Ben who was out there with that lead. And Rockin' Ben is rambling along, still has that lead. Has built up that margin to about 5 lengths. Full of Joy on the inside second at this time. Then Promethean is next, followed by Down Royal as they come now towards the top of the stretch. Rockin' Ben circling horses on the outside. Here's Full of Joy in the pink cap. Full of Joy takes a short lead. Rockin' Ben fights back. Red Hammer's next in third, and Promethean is fourth. And as they cross under that finish line, that was Full of Joy.
It was a very good race. She was very professional. She jumped off there, took a nice lead there off the horse in front, and then when the horse in front started turning a bit, I just went up beside her and she really galloped to the line.
Flag is up, and they're off. So the field of 7 going to the first jump. The first of 10 fences. And they've all cleared that one. And Coco Di Mama.
It's a flat race.
I'm sorry. Coco Di Mama is leading the way in this 1 mile and 1/4 flat race. I beg your pardon, as they move around the turn. So, back to the leader. And we go up front as they come towards the top of the stretch for the first time. Coco Di Mama leads the way. Arrakis under a snug hold is second. Winter House third on the fence. Then alongside is Floating Ballerino. To the outside, Burning Approval and Maximum Horsepower, 7th and last. Chasing Coco Di Mama in the pink cap around the turn. And then Arrakis is next, followed by Winter House as they go around the turn. After that, you have Showcourt and Showcourt, followed by Floating Ballerino and Arrakis, continuing up the backstretch. Less than a half mile to go, and still chasing Coco Di Mama, who's bounding away with the lead. And still leads that field by about 2 lengths. And here comes Arrakis on the outside, closing the gap. And on the inside, Burning Approval with Showcourt and Winter House and Floating Ballerino as they reach the top of the stretch. Less than a 1/4 mile to go. And off the turn, Arrakis. Fading out of it was Coco Di Mama coming through the stretch. It is Burning Approval. Late run on the outside, though. Here comes the late run of Winter House under the line. Burning Approval hanging tough for second.
Yeah, no, the race went according to plan. I sat in, got a nice lead. He quickened nicely into the stretch and he won nicely. Very impressive. It's a stepping stone for maiden hurdles this spring. George Maloney owns him and Ricky Hendricks trains him. Very grateful to them. We're looking forward to this fella.
Getting ready for a start, flag up. And they're off in the Budweiser Imperial Cup First Division. And there goes Bugle Boy. And Bugle Boy first to take the lead as they move to the first of 9 fences. Bugle Boy comes into the stretch, into the first fence. The first of 9 with Bugle Boy in front. Last Farewell second. A flutter between horses third. NBA Money next in fourth. Any Given Royal fifth, and Marvino sixth and last. Up to the second, and Bugle Boy runs right into the wing. Chalk is up. Bernard Dalton up and appears to be okay. And now the field reduced to 5 as they head to the backstretch. Any Given Royal now has taken over the lead, approaching the third fence. Last Farewell second. A break of about 4 lengths to a flutter. Then Marvino and NBA Money is fifth. Up over the third, heading to the fourth of 9 fences that way. And over the fourth, Last Farewell, Any Given Royal, as they head around the turn. And around the far turn they go, continuing their run around the turn. It's now Any Given Royal who has the advantage. Last Farewell second, a break of a length back to Marvino. A flutter is next, and alongside a flutter is NBA Money. Coming to the fifth of 9 fences. Careful on the rail, folks, with the loose horse. Careful on the rail with the loose horse. Coming through the stretch again. And it is Any Given Royal with the advantage. They're skipping that one and round the beacons again. And Any Given Royal, Last Farewell, a flutter, a close to third in good position, saving ground on the inside. Marvino is alongside of NBA Money. Anybody's race from here as they're still chasing Any Given Royal. Approaching the 7th of 9 fences. Any Given Royal in front by 2. Last Farewell next. A flutter next. Marvino, NBA Money in good position. Midway down the backstretch, 2 fences from home. Little over half mile to the finish line. And it's still Any Given Royal with Last Farewell. And over that fence, 1 fence remaining now, continuing around the turn. And as they go around the far turn with less than a half mile to go, and continuing their run, and on the outside, continuing that lead and moving up now, as they come to the top of the stretch. Last Farewell is moving into contention now, and Last Farewell and Any Given Royal. Last fence. Up over that fence, and number 1, Marvino, left the course. Down to the final 100 yards. Under an all-out drive. Any Given Royal came back. Any Given Royal the winner. Up to be second, a flutter. Finishing third, Last Farewell, and NBA Money checking in fourth in this, the third race.
My horse was keen, so I just let him go to the front end, try and get him to relax. I just sat there, he jumped away fine. I got headed over after the second from last, but he came back on the bridle, flew the last and won well. It's very nice for Wendy Hendricks, the owner. and another winner for Ricky Hendricks, trainer.
And they're off. And that's Indy's Legacy, who broke early for the lead now. Towards the outside, Don't Make Me Cry as they come to the first of 9 fences. And between horses, Raven's Gamble. Up over the first of 9 jumps. And on the outside, Don't Make Me Cry and Raven's Gamble. Back in third, Indy's Legacy. That's Azu Society next in fourth. Needle in the Sky is next, followed by Oh the Gift. Towards the outside, Malibu Dreamer is 7th at this point. Perk Up is 8th, and trailing in the 9th position is Change Maker. On to the backstretch. 2 of the 9 fences are completed. And now they head to the backstretch. Raven's Gamble shows the way to the 3rd fence. And in second is Azu Society. Break of 2 back to Indy's Legacy. And then alongside is Don't Make Me Cry. Needle in the Hay is next as they've completed the 3rd and moved to the 4th fence. Perk Up is there, as well as Oh the Gift. As they continue their run over that fence and into the turn once more. And continuing around the turn, and there goes Azu Society now up to take over as they continue their run. Azu Society, Raven's Gamble, Indy's Legacy. Then Don't Make Me Cry. On the inside, Oh the Gift is saving ground. Then you have Change Maker, and you have got Perk Up next, followed by Malibu Dreamer. Into the stretch again, over the 5th of 9. Coming past the finish line for the 2nd time. 1 lap to go. Raven's Gamble, short lead. Azu Society next. After that, Needle in the Hay is in the 3rd spot. Indy's Legacy. And from between horses, looking for room now, Oh the Gift. To the outside is Change Maker, then Perk Up. And far back from the field now is Malibu Dreamers. They head down the backstretch. 3 fences remaining. And Azu Society has the advantage. Raven's Gambling battling back on the outside. Indy's Legacy is next. Then Change Maker. The half mile to the finish line now. Perk Up is back there as well as Needle in the Hay. Now, they head around the turn, the far turn, for the final time. And they've completed the 8 of 9 fences. And on the inside, it's still Azu Society. Azu Society, and challenging from the outside. Change Maker is moving up. They come to the top of the stretch for the final time, and Indy's Legacy. And here they are, the last fence. Indy's Legacy has slipped through to take over the lead. On the outside is Change Maker second. Azu Society back in third, and Raven's Gamble fourth under the line. Indy's Legacy, an easy winner here. Change Maker second, Azu Society third, and Raven's Gamble, who was up there early, checking in fourth.
It was quite probably the biggest field of the day here, so he had to navigate his way through the field, and he did a good job, and the race rode well, and he finished up good.
And they're off. Jesse O broke quickly. Jesse O going right after the lead. And then you've got Surprising Soul as second. And on the outside is Awesome Adrian. Up over the first of 9 fences, and Jesse O leads the way through the stretch for the first time. Surprising Soul is next in second. Bounding along is Awesome Adrian third. After that, Extensible fourth. Under a tight hold fifth. On the inside is Precisely, and at the back of the pack, but only a few lengths off the pace, is Finally Perked. So, 2 of the 9 fences are complete. And bounding along with the lead is Jesse O, with Willie McCarthy leading the way as they head towards the 3rd fence on the backstretch. Surprising Soul remains in second as they go to the 3rd fence. Then you have Awesome Adrian is next, followed on the inside by Extensible. And Finally Perked over the 4th of 9 fences. And heading around the turn now. Once more, as they continue their run around the turn, Jesse O maintains the advantage by about 5 lengths. Surprising Soul still in second. Then it's a break of another 5 lengths. Back to Awesome Adrian, followed by Extensible. After that, Precisely, and Finally Perked. Into the stretch once more. 5th of 9 fences are complete. Coming to the 6th fence that way. And at the 6th, Jesse O, who's been there since the start, maintains that advantage. Surprising Soul tracking him in second. 5 back to Awesome Adrian. Then on the outside, you have Extensible. And after that, Finally Perked is starting to move along now and is starting to advance. Then on the inside, Precisely. And Awesome Adrian has dropped back to be last at this time. Here they are on the backstretch for the final time. And Jesse O is still at the lead at the 7th fence, driving Surprising Soul, though. Surprising Soul up to challenge. Surprising Soul to take the lead over Jesse O. Half mile to the finish line, folks, as they continue their run around the turn. Less than a half mile to the finish line. And continuing their run on the turn. And it is Surprising Soul with that advantage as they come to the top of the stretch for the final time. Jesse O is back in second. Extensible next in third. Then on the outside, Precisely. Last fence coming up. 100 yards to the wire. Surprising Soul, a very handy winner here with Ross Garrity. And the battle for second, it's going to be Jesse O holding on for second, Extensible third.
Field of 6, and they'll be in the paddock shortly.
Look, he's a really nice horse. He's been second in 2 maiden hurdles last fall. He's owned by the trainer Ricky Hendricks's mother Wendy, who had a winner earlier on the card. We think highly of this horse. We jumped the 3rd from last, and I just let him stride along. He was very comfortable. It was very easy for him the whole way. It was nothing phased him. We'd no issues. We couldn't be happier with how easily he won.
They're off. Devil's Wrangler broke quickly. McDonald's Diva on the outside. Between horses, Hooping is third. Then Mr. Lickety on the inside, followed by Divined and Longing to Travel. Those 6 have cleared the first of 9 fences. Onto the finish line for the first time and up over the second fence. They've completed that one. And around the turn they go with Devil's Wrangler maintaining the advantage. On the inside, Mr. Ligety is second at this point. Hooping third with those red blinkers. Divine is next in the fourth spot. After that, McDonald's Diva and Longing to Travel. Sixth and last at this point. On to the backstretch, to the third of 9 fences. Continuing their run up the backstretch. And it's still Devil's Wrangler under Mark Watts heading to the fourth fence with that advantage. And Mr. Lickety remains in second. The field has completed 4 of the 9 fences. Now, around the far turn once again. And Devil's Wrangler bounding along with that advantage has it by 2. Mr. Lickety is in the second spot. Right on the outside is Hooping in good position. Divine is saving ground on the inside. McDonald's Diva's next. And Longing to Travel is sixth and last, but just maybe 5 lengths separating first to last. So, over that fifth of 9 fences. Through the stretch for the second time. And it is Devil's Wrangler with the advantage. Hooping and Mr. Lickety are heads apart. McDonald's Diva divined on the inside, and Longing to Travel still remains in 6th position at this point in time as they head towards the backstretch for the final time. Now, as they straighten away in the backstretch with 3 fences remaining, Devil's Wrangler still there with that advantage, has led every step of the way. Hooping on the outside, Mr. Lickety is next. McDonald's Diva and Divine are picking it up a bit. And Longing to Travel is still in the last position, midway down the backstretch. And 2 fences remaining, Devil's Wrangler. Hooping on the outside, alongside is Mr. Lickety. Divine is starting to gain some ground now as they move midway round the far turn. And midway round the far turn, less than a half mile to the finish line. And as they move around the turn, they're starting to close in on Devil's Wrangler, and Mr. Lickety has grabbed the lead now. Mr. Lickety has taken over the lead from Devil's Wrangler. As they move midway on the turn, Mr. Lickety comes to the top of the stretch, and Divine is charging hard. On the inside is Hooping, and they come up now to the final fence, and Longing to Travel has gained some ground now. Into second is Longing to Travel, but here's the finish line coming up, and Mr. Lickety will do with it. Jack Doyle, Longing to Travel second. Devil's Wrangler, the early pace setter, was third, and Divine finished fourth. And this, the Ford D. Conger Purse, our final race for the spring meet.
Yeah, his horse still needs to be close to the pace without making the pace, and as I say, I was sat second behind the leader the whole way, so couldn't have been happier with my position throughout the race.